This channel is for entertainment purposes only, not to be taken as legal advice. Welcome back, everybody. It's Thursday. Wow, the week went by just like that, super quickly, but it's great to see you all once again as we are talking about a very important topic today that I've been preparing for quite some time. 2.5 million, step by step, all in the private. We're going to go through the many things that has gotten me and our organization to this point. And I really want to go ahead and shine some light on what it takes to get there. But before we get into today's topic, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and follow for our YouTube channel, our Telegram, our TikTok, and all of our social media channels like Facebook, so you don't miss out on all of the exciting updates here at Creditor Academy. Let me first start off by saying that we are having the huge migration over to our new platform. Let me tell you, 2.5 million is how I'm relating it to the step-by-step plan that I have already put into place and how I got there. How we are doing, how I'm doing it, and how I'm giving you inspiration on how to do it is all revolved around the Athena platform. Okay. Athena was a mind child of me and my company's really mission and vision when it came to course development. Courses here on YouTube, as well as courses on every single social media platform, are the most profitable businesses in the entire website on all social media platforms. Okay, they're part of the top 5. Number 5 most popular topic on all social media is cars, automobiles. Oh, which should come to no surprise. The 4th most popular subject is traveling. You know, going over and on travel vacations and seeing different places around the world. The 3rd most profitable topic on all of social media is lifestyle. Lifestyle is like celebrities, right? How many times you watch celebrities and you're like, whoa, what did they go do? Or what are they doing? Or wow, I wish I could be that private jet or be at that exclusive party and all that. Lifestyle is the 3rd most profitable topic on all of social media. Number 2, as I was just saying, is courses. Courses is the 2nd most profitable industry on all of social media. And it makes sense. How many times you go to your favorite creator's channel and like, hey, take my course. Let's do this together. Let's make it happen. I want you to be successful or learn this trade or learn this skill or learn this subject or topic. Take my course to get the full exclusive so you can know as much as me. Courses, they're huge. The number 1 most profitable topic in all of social media is finance. Anything to do with financials. Finance could be from building business credits. It could be from knowing good investment opportunities, how to do real estate, anything to build passive income. Finances are the most popular subject on all social media channels. So what I did with Athena, I was like, wow, where do people build courses? Where do people want to build courses at? Well, the number 1 thing that people build courses off of is called an LMS, a learning management system. Okay. A popular example of a learning management system is like Google Classroom. Google Classroom allows you to upload videos and have some text and go through a couple modules. It's a very simple platform that comes with the Google Suite, right? But in order for you to get to 2.5 million, in order for you to make money off of the internet and make the best passive income on course material, teaching about the subject that you're talking about, I'm here to tell you, you got to do 2 things, okay? Number one is you need to know this private business credit game. We teach here at Creditor Academy how to amass yourself $200,000 in business credit funding in the private in as little as 3 months. Okay, that's 90 days. Some people a little bit more. So that's your first thing. You need funding to go ahead and grow fast. And we take you from your infancy to, hey, I'm just starting today with my private business trust, and I'm working my way up. Here at Creditor Academy, we give you the whole step-by-step. As part of your masterclass membership, we get you your business trust set up. Then we have the next phase, which is to get your merchant processing set up so you can accept money. And then finally, on the third step, we get you optimized so you can get $200,000 from bankers and credit unions extended as a line of business credit. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second biggest decision you need to make is if you're getting into the courses game, right? The second most profitable industry in all of social media is you need to choose your LMS system. Your learning management system is your bread and butter. It's going to make or break you. And let me tell you, there's only 300 companies that have learning management systems. And they go in hierarchy of most reviews, highest ones used, and stuff like that. And let me tell you, they all have their pros and cons. They really do. I have tried over 40 learning management systems, myself and my team, okay? My team is a team of instructional designers. My instructional designers are people who have bachelor's and master's degrees who are professionals at putting courses together. They're the ones that are hired by YouTubers and social media stars to put courses together for their social media channel in a very structured, professional way, because that's their bread and butter. If you really want to make the best course available to anybody on social media to get to the 2.5 million, like I'm going to show you step by step, is you need to have people that know how to put a course together. And really what it is they focus on education. Okay, you need to focus on education. The education that you teach inside of the courses is so paramount. You need to make it not only entertaining, but you need text, you need cinematic videos, you need gamification, you need to have examples, you need to now have AI as part of your courses, and you need to make it fun and engaging. And also, you need to foster a community for all of your people to not only learn together, but also to interact with other like-minded individuals. That's what a course should encompass. So when we were getting into the LMS industry, I was just absolutely exhausted with the amount of learning management systems that are not user-friendly. You see, the LMS game is a $19 billion a year industry where these companies put these software systems together so then people can put the courses. But there's only 300 companies competing within this space. These 300 companies amass themselves $63 million a piece per year. And they really exploded after COVID, right? Because COVID, everybody in the world was working and learning from home. All school systems, public and private, all had the absolute necessity and need to have a learning management system, because if they didn't have an LMS, what did they do? And you guys remember this? You were sitting in class on a Zoom call and you were learning from your teacher, and you can see every student's camera was off. No teacher knew what anybody was doing, and they were taking attendance. And what were people doing? They were playing video games. They were talking on the phone. They were out at the park or whatever that they were doing, anything but studying, right? So these learning management system companies, just software companies, just absolutely skyrocketed because the need was so high during COVID. And now courses are such a profitable business and industry to get into for passive income, because anybody who comes in to wanting to learn from your expertise or profession can now just automatically go through your course material. And it's just automated. They pay a subscription, pay a one-time fee, however that you want it set up. And now they get to go through your program. And honestly, you get to showcase your program, because if you do a really good job with your instructional designers putting it together on a competent LMS system, I mean, all you got to do is just advertise it after that. It is a phenomenal way to make passive income. I talked last time about my Turo game and how my cars are rented out for months at a time. I showed you how much money these automobiles make, $2 to $3 grand a month every time that they're rented out, and how to get into that game. Now I'm talking about this other passive income game that can really amass yourself a ton of income, and that is courses. If you've never thought about or been interested in making a course before, I can totally understand. I remember when I first started Creditor Academy, I was just like, man, I really want to teach about everything that people need to go private, because I'm so passionate about the subject. I've been doing it for years. And business trust is my favorite subject to teach upon. I know it like the back of my hand. And also, I have practical experience in doing business trusts and setting them up, unincorporated business trusts for other individuals, and teaching upon it. So naturally, I wanted to create a course. I just didn't know how. So I kind of thought to myself, do I just record a bunch of videos and just tell people, go to my video? But then people go to my video and they're like, hey, Paul Michael, do you have like a PowerPoint or something I can download? And I'm like, yeah, I guess I could do a PowerPoint. And I got into this, haze, and I was just like, man, I need to go ahead and get a learning management system so I could go ahead and better organize all this. And if you're like me and you've looked at these companies, I mean, if I want to really empathize with you, I am beyond frustrated with the experience with these software companies. I have been so upset at how inadequate they are as an instructor to put a course together. There's either one of two issues. The first issue is either they don't have enough support team, or they don't have enough features on the platform that I need to put a course together. Okay? They're lacking in that way. The other problem is, on the opposite spectrum, is they have so many features and they have so many capabilities. I have one that has over 4,000 capabilities. I mean, it's literally used for universities, and it has so many capabilities. It takes an entire software team that you have to hire in order to figure out how all these capabilities work with one another. And they don't instruct you well enough to how to put it all together. So in the end, this is now a huge issue in the industry of people that put courses together. The issue is there is not an LMS system that's simple enough to use with adequate enough features for you to streamline your user experience for all your future students that fits within the criteria of modules and community, right? That's what we need. So what we did, so because there was nothing adequate enough for us at Creditor Academy, and essentially I am a YouTuber, if you want to call me that, which I don't mind. I don't mind. I've been a YouTuber now for a year or longer, a year and a half almost. But after being a YouTuber for this long, I was just like, man, we ought to fit this problem, because if I don't make exceptional enough courses, then the education that you guys are experiencing is going to really suffer. So my team and I got together. We talked about it for as little as a day. I mean, honestly, as little as an hour. And we came up with the decision that we were going to build our own learning management system. A system, a software system that's built and managed with the vision of a YouTuber. You know, in order to be successful with anything, it doesn't just take manpower. It doesn't take unlimited amount of funds. All it takes is a really good vision and a really good idea. And that's what these LMS software companies, CEOs are missing. None of them are YouTubers. None of them are instructional designers. None of them have to make their living off of creating courses and can see it from our perspective. So thus became our mission. Our mission to build a learning management system built for those who are on social media and also other forms of, for social media, as well as by people who develop courses for social media. And so Creditor Academy, the great experiment began. Creditor Academy was the benchmark to where we examined and experimented with how far we can push course material and development, and then how do we build a LMS system to support it. And it's finally come to this. For the last almost 7 months of over 85 full-time staff, 40 full-time software developers, 20 instructional designers, and more customer support agents that we've contracted into have been spending the last 7 months building the ultimate learning management system built for social media influencers. And it's finally here. It is called Athena LMS. Athena. Oh, I love that name. Athena LMS has really, I have a logo here. I want to actually show the logo. But Athena was bred and put together based off of simplicity. It has to be simple for anybody to use to make a course. Athena needs to be like a version of other software companies that make it pleasurable and fun to play with. You know, I really like Canva. If you've ever used Canva, Canva is a super simple software to use. Canva really was started by a woman who worked for a marketing agency. And their marketing agency that she worked for ended up she had so many software tools and stuff like that she said, you know what, I just need to make my life easier so I could do my job better. And she just built a simple software platform, didn't think much of it, and just built it slowly. And as she got more marketing clients, she ended up, you know, not only helping this tool help her with her marketing efforts for her clients, but all of a sudden she started saying, well, why don't you start using my software platform and you start creating your own marketing materials? And then Canva just blew up. And actually Adobe sent her an offer to buy her out, and it was done from there. And then she said no, actually. She actually denied that offer and continued. And now it's even bigger than today than ever. She has 40 full-time staff, mostly located in the Philippines. And yeah, they just manage that software. It's great. So how do you get then from idea to conception to now having the funding to fund it? And this is where this 2.5 million comes in. What's the step-by-step? There's really 3 things that you have to do in order to get the 2.5 million. Here's what that is, okay? And remember, it's step-by-step in the private, okay? Step number 1 is you need to be in the private, okay? You need a private entity to function off of. That is a business trust. At Creditor Academy, as part of our masterclass, everybody who comes to our organization, we teach you how to set up a business trust. We want you to be in business. We want you to be able to get a business bank account at Chase, US Bank, Bank of America, and all the other ones. This is the foundation for you to start growing. The second thing is that we need you to be able to accept large amounts of money. And here's where the problem is for most organizations who want to bring the public on their channels into the private is the payment processor part. You see with Stripe, PayPal, Square, and all the others, what they don't do is accept business trust paperwork. What they want you to do is sell out to the secretary of your state and be under their statutory jurisdiction, play their game before they even accept your business to be accepted on their platform. They want to regulate you. They want to violate what it means for you to be successful without the ball and chain that come with their contracts. So we do exclusively a private merchant service where we accept your business trust. This is a game changer within itself. Now you have the actual private entity. Now you're able to accept payments from customers on a software platform that's very comprehensive. We also do tablets if you need it for your brick and mortar business. We do cell phones, whatever payment system, technology or software that you need, we provide that to you. Okay. So now you got the business. Now you're able to accept payments and money in the private. Now, what's the third thing that you got to do? You know, I was on somebody's TikTok live in front of a couple thousand people this last week. And, you know, we were talking about business and, you know, I asked him a question and he's a really smart guy. I mean, super smart guy and businessman, making millions, just doing great for himself. I really respect the guy. And I asked him a question. I just said, what is the most important thing to learn, or what is the most important topic to learn before you start a business? What is the most important topic to learn before you start a business? And the answers that he responded with, and the people who were watching in the audience, had very similar and different responses. But the number one response was, you need to learn the topic of the industry that you're getting involved with. I don't disagree with that answer. I think that's a really good answer. It's an answer I kind of expected, actually, to be honest, is why wouldn't you learn about the industry of business that you're getting into before committing if you want to get into that business or not? It's very reasonable. It's very reasonable. I watched an episode of Dirty Jobs. You know, the guy who goes and does dirty jobs. And there was this guy, one of the episodes in Dirty Jobs, he goes up to this sewage plant. It's based out in Ohio, and he does sewage for his whole entire city. And in the Dirty Jobs, of course, he's in the sewage tunnels and he's doing all this crap, you know, swimming in sewage. You know, it's dirty, man. It's the dirtiest jobs, right? And I remember he asked the owner, as he asked many owners on his show, he's just like, what got you into this? What got you into this? What got you into wanting to do sewage and deal with other people's excrement as your passion and your dream? Like, where did this come from? You know, I found his answer very fitting for what we're talking about today. He said, you know, Mike, I think his name is Mike. Yeah. He says, you know, Mike, I didn't become passionate about people's sewage. I saw a necessity in a problem that was happening in my community when it dealt with our sewage treatment. And I said, something has to be done about this. And no one was volunteering or stepping up to take on that responsibility. And as soon as I started taking on that responsibility and building my first sewage plant, and I became very, very successful, and I got to hire a bunch of workers, and I got the appreciation of the community, and I got the notoriety and the respect for what it is that I have done in changing people's lives by solving this very critical problem. That's what fueled my passion for wanting to be in sewage. And now I just can't imagine doing anything else. I'm so passionate about doing this. I say that story because you don't need to learn about an industry or topic in order for you to be passionate or get into the industry. Rather, my answer would be the most important topic to learn before you start any line of business of entrepreneurship is you need to learn how to fund it. You need to learn how to fund it. And for so many individuals that are working 9-to-5 jobs, that you're living paycheck to paycheck, it's almost impossible to fund your own business and also pay for the overhead and have the time to run the business while you're working full-time at work. And that's where we step in at Creditor Academy. We recognize that this is people's issue, is you are contracting with the state. Then after you contract with the state, then you try to go get business credit, and you can't, as soon as you get a little bit of business credit, you can't quit your job enough to work full-time on the business. So now you're half in, half out. So I want to talk to you directly if you're watching this YouTube channel right now, and I want to ask you a question, okay? I'm talking just to you. Is in my bank account, I have $200,000. I have 200 grand. If I write you a check for 200,000 cash and put it on your desk to deposit into the bank this very day, and I allowed you to use the 200,000 to pay for business expenses and to subsidize your personal expenses on a monthly basis, would you quit your job and be 100% in and work exclusively for putting your vision together? A lot of people say, wow, Paul Michael, that's the number one problem. Is if I could do that, if I could take the 200,000 for my business and spend it partially on personal expenses, I would do anything. And that's how the bank feels. That's not just how I feel. Bankers will give you $200,000 knowing full well that you're going to spend part of those finances on personal expenses. You have to. And you must. The banker's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to give you 200 grand in business credit for you to be only working 20%. Then I'm never going to get my money back. The business is never going to grow. It's never going to thrive. You have to be all in or nothing. But the only way that you could be all in is if you use some of that credits for your personal expenses, okay? Which is fine. The bankers expect that. Elon Musk does it. Look at freaking Elon Musk. Elon Musk went over when he started Tesla. He went to the board of directors and he said to the board of directors, hey, I want a salary. And I said, okay, what do you want your salary to be? And he's like, whatever it is, I want you to pay me not in cash, but in stock of Tesla. Then he took the stock of Tesla, and then what did he do? He went over to the bank, and he said, hey, bankers, I have all this Tesla stock. I need a loan for $1 million. And they're like, sure, okay. You have that kind of collateral, we'll do it. So now he has tax-exempt investments inside of his stocks because they're unrealized gains. And now he has tax-exempt income or tax-exempt lines of credit because you can't tax debt that he spends on personal expenses. And then he pays back the debt by liquidating some of his Tesla stock and paying it back. And then every time he swipes that credit card, he gets 2% cash back, rewards points, and everything like that. That is genius. That's what you need to do. You need to put yourself into the private, because if you spend the 200,000 and anything goes wrong, because in business, just things happen, you know, especially if it's your first time running a business. We can't have you backtrack. We can't have you go to the extent to where, you know, it damages your family. And that's why these private entities give you the insulation and the protection that the Secretary of State cannot. That's why being the private is so important. And then number two is you need to be 100% in. And if you do that and you get your 200,000 and you utilize it responsibly, if you get 200,000 in just 3 months, 2.5 million is not far off. Okay? 2.5 million you can get if you have a really good business plan within a year. Absolutely. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. The money multiplication that these banks give, if you play their game right, it goes tenfold. Getting $1 million is not difficult. You just got 200,000 in 3 months. Just by logically thinking 3, 6, 9, 12, 4 times 2 is 8. That's $800,000 just right repeating the same 3-month cycle of 200,000, right? That makes sense, right? But see, it doesn't go in 200,000 increments every 3 months. It actually builds faster because you have a solid foundation that you're building upon. And that solid foundation that you're building upon and being responsible with your expenses cross multiplies 10 times in some cases. So now your first year is to get your $1 million. That's the first goal. The first 3 months is to get your 200,000. By the end of the year, get $1 million. Okay. Now the next year, that's where you're going to get your 2.5. That's where you get your 2.5. And because you put together $1 million the first year, you'll be able to build it so much quicker. So that's it's amazing. Oh, I'm so excited. And I'm so excited about Athena because if you really believe in yourself and what it is that you've learned in your life, and you're passionate about courses, and you're passionate about a passive income or a main income in course development, this is why we built the Athena platform, and this is why we built the Creditor Academy platform, to show you how to be in the private and get the funding, and then to give you the software that you need to then build your courses out. It's exciting. Oh, I love it. And all of you have something to teach. I am astounded by the things that I learn in my consultations when I talk to individuals. I'm like, wow, I did not know that you guys did that. Your first step to this journey into true freedom, true sovereignty, is to get everything that you need to be private and to build these trade lines. You need to be a masterclass member. Go to www.creditoracademy.com to become a masterclass member today and see our amazing Athena platform. We're actually integrating by this coming Monday. The full Athena platform will be rocking and rolling. I'm very excited about that. So that's my official announcement on that. I want to say that you guys, you know, if you're tired of the rat race, you want to get out of it, you want to escape into having control of your own life, your own finances, your own destiny, and you're tired of that boss who's never satisfied with what you do, is always on your ass about how you need to make him more money while not giving you the raise and causing you stress when you go home to your wife, and you only have 2 weeks worth of vacation every year that you hope to save up by working your overtime. You can get out of that. You can absolutely have a choice to get out of that. But the best way and the most powerful way to get out of it, that no one's going to be teaching you on social media, is not only how to build the business credit, but how to do it in the private. Period. If you can do it in the private, you have a greater advantage than all of your corporate incorporated businesses that are around in your neighborhood. For all those storefronts that you're passing by, you will be a black sheep among all the others. To operate in the private is not only a privilege, but a huge responsibility. And but if you do it right, I mean, the benefits are just there's no comparison. There's no comparison to the benefits. It's like why would you, it's like as soon as you get into it, you're like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this earlier? Have you ever done that? Have you ever like done something that you've been putting off for a while, like exercise? I remember I was a fitness trainer at LA Fitness for 4 years, and I had clients all of the time. I actually back when I was being a fitness trainer, my brother and I had the most amount of clients in Washington State. We had so much. We really focused on customer service, and man, I just would crack jokes and stuff like that, so people would come back. But I remember so many of my my clients, excuse me, who came in to work out. After the first month to 2 months to 3 months, they start seeing the weight loss. They start seeing the muscle being gained up. They start fitting into older clothes again. Guess what they're always saying? I should have done this earlier. Why didn't I just pick up the phone, get to the gym before and get myself to this situation? I could have been a lot happier, a lot longer, right? Do it. Invest in yourself. Take a risk, or it's not even much of a risk. I mean, honestly, yeah, you put the time together to learn this stuff. But more importantly, get connected with a community of like-minded individuals that are going to keep you accountable. We have an amazing community here at Creditor Academy of people who want to be in the private and make themselves more successful and motivate one another. Actually, I was just talking to someone the other day, and I was just like, yeah, for my Athena, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to put things together. And, you know, I've been putting it off in a week. And I'm like, you know what, Paul Michael, let's do this right now. I had a student keeping me accountable. And, you know, I was like, you know what, I kind of needed that. You know, I needed a little push to get me to keep myself organized. And that's what this group offers. It offers accountability. So if you want to get in touch with us, if you want to be a part of this amazing community, if you want to see this new platform that's coming in on this coming Monday in full-fledged on all these step-by-steps, now is the time to sign up for masterclass at www.creditoracademy.com. The second thing that you can do is just keep yourself updated and informed with everything that we're talking here at the Academy by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell and following us on all of our social media channels. Please also, when you're at our website, if you want to learn more, fill out the contact us form. We would love to get in touch with you to give you more in-depth information about what masterclass and our premium courses are all about. I mean, we are so passionate about your success, because after you get access to your funds, to your 200K, guess what? That's when the real fun starts, right? That's where we get to be like, hey, let's start building some stuff. And then other people get access to their funds of like, hey, so what are you doing? And whatever. And now we're just amassing a large amount of investment in one another. And I love that. Oh, I love that. If you want to be an investor in Athena, come on over at any time. You know, I'll give you a showroom special on how we built this bad boy out. And I also love to hear your business ideas too. And let me tell you, there's nothing more fun than not only being successful, but doing it with others. With that being said, thank you everybody for joining me this Thursday for our feature presentation on everything related to your step-by-step to success in the private. I look forward to catching you all on my next live every Tuesday and Thursday. Until next time, take care of yourselves and your loved ones.